Very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for making time here for Citizen at 1. My name is Willis Raburu. We'll take our top story. Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's aide, Eliud Owalo, is currently being grilled by CID officers. Now, Owalo had been summoned by the police today at the CID headquarters, and he was accompanied by his lawyers Timothy Alwoch and Haron Dubi. Our senior reporter, Evelyn Mboy, will be joining us later on. I am informed Evelyn is actually with us now. Evelyn, if you can hear me, what is the latest from that front? We understand that earlier on in the morning, he had said that he is unable to comment because he is on his way to the CID headquarters. Has he been able to speak now?
Yes, Rabur, good afternoon. Indeed, we are at the criminal investigation headquarters. Raila Odinga's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's aide and his group of lawyers have just left the CID headquarters and are currently giving a briefing to the media. The lawyers, led by Haron Dubi, who is a senior counsel, is explaining to journalists as we speak about what they have been able to discuss with the CID officers inside. They say that the former Prime Minister's aide, Eliud Owalo, has been given 11 allegations, including the fact that he mobilized. I'm giving you a list of the allegations that they have been given by the CID officials. He's alleged to mobilize youth in urban slums to cause civil unrest. And this youth include, of course, young boys, that he is planning to provoke the police in long-running battles that will lead to commotion, that he's intending to use the youth and has them on standby in major slums for this same purpose. He's also alleged to have incorporated civil societies into this, and he's planning to cause a major revolution, which is one of the major allegations that has been facing him. He's also accused alleged to have the intention to recreate pre-multi-party chaos, which are a follow-up with the ICC, and also has law firms in town that are supposed to disguise evidence. So these are some of the 11 allegations that Eliud Owalo has been given here at the CID headquarters. So currently, we are speaking with the lawyers are addressing the media. Owalo is also accompanied by a few ODM members of parliament who are with him here, including Seme Member of Parliament, James Nikal, Seli Simiu, who is a Kimilili Member of Parliament, Timothy Bosire, the Member of Parliament for Kitutu Masaba, and Charles Geni, the Member of Parliament for North Mugirango. So they're all here. But of course, according to the lawyer right now, he's saying that this is a waste of their time because they asked the CID officials if they have any complainants, and then the CID have admitted that they have no known complaints and they have no known offenses. They do not have evidence of the allegations that they are labeling against Eliud Owalo. So according to the lawyer, they're saying that this is a waste of their time and it's a shameful act, and that they should investigate the allegations before summoning Eliud Owalo in the first place. Raburu.
Thank you very much, Evelyn Rambui. We'll let you go back to the interview. As you say there that you're still speaking to the lawyers. Lawyer Haron Dubi is, of course, there with Eliud Owalo. But that question leads us to our feedback question of the day. Now, the police say that Eliud Owalo is indeed needed for questioning because, as Evelyn has told us there are different charges that are being leveled against him, or rather allegations that are being leveled against him. But CORD, on the other hand, CORD-affiliated members say that this is actually a political witch hunt, or Owalo is being used as a decoy. And so today we are asking you, is Eliud Owalo's grilling part of a political witch hunt? Is Eliud Owalo's grilling part of a political witch hunt? Now, of course, you will send your comments to 22422 with a yes or no and where you're viewing us from. And remember, you can also join us on Twitter. That is at Citizen TV News and at Citizen TV Kenya. And while we are still on the subject of social media, it is important for us to let you know that Citizen TV has also been nominated for a flurry of awards here at the Social Media Awards 2013. We have Julie Gishuru, who has been nominated as the Media Personality of the Year Julie Gishuru has been nominated for the Media Personality of the Year, that is in the Social Media Awards 2013. The Power Breakfast Show has also been nominated as a TV Show of the Year at Soma 2013, and the Twitter handle, that is at Citizen TV Kenya, as the Digital Channel of the Year at Soma 2013 as well. You can vote online at www.vote.soma.or.ke/voter. That is www.vote.soma.or.ke/voter. Right, let us move on now. And the Industrial Court has this morning found two top officials of the Kenya National Union of Teachers, that is NAT, guilty of contempt of court. Now, NAT Chairman Wilson Sossion and Secretary General Mudzon Zili have been ordered to pay a fine of 500,000 Kenya shillings each or face a 30-day jail term. Judge Lynette Ndolo ordered that the union leaders each pay the 500,000 shillings within 30 days.
For the respondents having an opportunity to file a further affidavit.
In her ruling, Judge Lynette Ndolo pointed out that the Industrial Court is a superior court and that a court order is not a suggestion or opinion. It must be complied with. She further went on to emphasize that defying a court order is not an option.
Having cited the three respondents for contempt of court,
the court observed that when the union's National Executive Council met on Sunday last week, they had already been served on 8th July 2013, but went ahead with the strike in total disregard of the issued court orders. Justice Ndolo noted that both Sossion and Zili were part of the decision taken by the union's National Executive Council and that they knowingly disobeyed the court order. The Teachers Service Commission was seeking to have NAT fined 20 million shillings and each teacher 10,000 shillings for failing to call off the strike. TSC has since denied that a condition to withdraw the contempt proceedings was part of the deal that led the union to call off the 4-week teachers' strike on Wednesday last week.
Do you like it?
This as a spot check by Citizen TV shows that learning has resumed in most schools across the country following the directive by the government that schools reopen today. Salim Bilu, Citizen at 1.
Right, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has dismissed claims by the opposition team CORD that it conspired to support President Uhuru Kenyatta in the March 4th race to State House. IEBC's Chief Electoral Officer James Oswago said the commission had no preferred candidate in the last general election and its task was to arbitrate the first national elections under the new constitution enacted in 2010. But as Francis Gashuru reports, the commission acknowledges that there were major technical and logistical challenges during the last election that must be fixed before Kenyans return to the polls in 2017.
It doesn't look good, and there's only so much we can.
The electoral body is still smarting from a litany of accusations over its handling of the March 4th polls. The commission that has been on the receiving end, particularly from the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy CORD, denied claims of partiality and conspiracy to defeat the cause of democracy during a breakfast session with editors from the country's main media houses.
But what seems to be lost in all this is the magnitude of the election that we actually pulled through. We have taken for granted that it is easy to run 6 elections in one day, prepare for it logistically, carry it out, and then deliver the sorts of results that we have delivered.
CORD leader Raila Odinga has twice in the last week labeled the Electoral Commission as the most corrupt and inefficient institution that cannot be trusted to arbitrate in the 2017 general election in a free and fair manner. CORD's main accusation against IEBC has been that the electoral body conspired with the Jubilee Alliance to ensure that Uhuru Kenyatta emerges tops in the presidential contest. CORD has claimed that the voter registration exercise was concentrated in the Jubilee strongholds.
Was there a commission-wide conspiracy to aid one particular individual or to deny advantage to one particular individual? I'm speaking for myself now. I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm speaking for myself. As the person who was leading this activity, and who was present at the National Tallying Center. If there was, I was not party to it because I didn't see it.
The Commission, however, acknowledges that the March 4th polls were marred by technical challenges that ought to be fixed before Kenyans head back to the polls in 2017.
Of course, public expectation during election was very high, and this is why we have suffered a blow on the public confidence at this time. So we need to carry everybody along, and we can only do that through a very strategic engagement with the media.
IEBC Chairman Ahmed Isaac Hassan and his fellow commissioners were appointed in November 2012 for a 6-year term that is non-renewable. Their term expires in November 2017, meaning the team will still be in charge of the 2017 general election unless the law is amended. Francis Gashuri, Citizen at 1.
Now turning to politics, and campaigns for the Makueni senatorial by-election are expected to reach fever pitch today, with top guns of the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy arriving for a series of campaign rallies for their candidate Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Our reporter Kenago Obadia is on that beat and now joins us on phone from Makueni to tell us what is happening on the ground. Kenago, if you can hear me, perhaps have the luminaries, the court luminaries arrived, and what else is the itinerary for the other candidates in the contest as well?
Well, good afternoon, Willis. As you said, today is actually a day when we expect high-spirited campaigns from both coalitions, mainly the Jubilee and the CORD coalitions, which are competing for this Makueni senatorial seat. Today, we expect to see the CORD coalition, and it has already begun its campaign from a place called Mbumbuni in Mbooni constituency, where we have the former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka leading a team of CORD leaders in campaigning for Mutula Kilonzo Jr. They will be going around various places. They will be in Kikima, and thereafter we expect them to be in Wote. But then the Jubilee side is also expected to be seen in Wote, and we're told that Deputy President William Ruto and Mike Sonko will be leading a team of Jubilee leaders to campaign for Philip Kaloki, the NAC candidate. NAC is an affiliate of the Jubilee coalition. And so we are just waiting to see these leaders to arrive. We are told that the quota already started, and they are already holding a rally in Bumbuni, and they will be holding rallies in various places. Jubilee will also be holding rallies in several places in Makueni. The CORD coalition has also divided itself into two groups. We are told that Moses Wetangula is leading another team of leaders, and they are holding a rally in Makindu, where we're told that they've already begun in that side. And so we're just waiting to see how the campaigns will be going on today. We will be having these parallel rallies for the two coalitions campaigning for these candidates willing.
Well, has the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission begun any preparation of any kind in that area as well?
Oh, yes. In Wote, which is the headquarters of Makueni County, we've seen the IEBC trying to prepare the equipment. We've seen materials being checked out. We've seen also them looking at training their clerks who will be officiating the by-election on Friday. They're checking on the lights, the lamps, and all the materials for election. What we have not seen so far, of course, is the ballot papers, and we don't know when that will arrive. Then every other material is being checked right now. There is a lot of activity at the IEBC headquarters here in Makueni, especially in Wote, which is the headquarters. The main activity today for IEBC is training the clerks and the presiding officers and the returning officers, all of them trying to put everything in place to ensure that come Friday, everything will be in order. Willis.
Thank you very much, Kendagor Obadi. Of course, Kendagor will be in Makueni County, and he'll be able to bring you all these details and much more in our subsequent bulletins. So keep it Citizen TV for that. Let us move on now. And members of the Maasai community from Suswa area in Narok East constituency have vowed to block the expansion of the geothermal exploration project in the area, which they claim is on their ancestral land. Now, during a prayer ceremony led by area religious and political leaders, over 2,000 members of the Maasai community declared their intention to take over the disputed 75,000-acre Kedong Ranch. The community insists that for years now they have been oppressed by the previous regime, and it's their right to demand a 5% of revenue generated by Kenyan since the geothermal plant is on their land.
Nobody is entitled to sell land where many are not having that piece of land. It is very unfortunate that the chairman and the people manning Suswa Kitted Ranch are selling land on a throwaway price. We want to warn buying companies and individuals who are coming from Nairobi or elsewhere that the time of selling land in Suswa the way they want, I think, should be stopped immediately.
Kenyan wamekuja wakatuingilia wakakuja kununua hii shamba kwa njia ukora, kwa sababu tulijaribu kwenda kufuatilia ile njia Kenyan imefuata kununua shamba hili, sio njia halali.
Right, and border operators within the Nairobi city center held demonstrations this morning to protest alleged harassment by city council officers. This followed the arrest of dozens of operators over alleged flouting of traffic rules. The demonstrators accused the city council askaris of corruption and asked Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero to intervene. The border operators held their demos in the city streets in a bid to catch the attention of the county government. Several motorbikes were confiscated during the crackdown on rogue border operations. Now, on the 27th of July 2013, a case will be up for hearing at the High Court sitting in Nairobi, where a group of Miraa traders are asking to have Miraa removed from NACADA's list as a drug. Now, while the fight continues in the courtrooms, the Ameru people continue to fight for their heritage and culture. The second and final part of a series we are calling the Miraa Culture, I delve into the cultural value placed on Miraa and how Miraa is not only used to pay dowry in Meru County, but in dispute resolution. Let's take a look. Deep in the heart of Meru County, a habit is under threat. A tradition, quietly, like a plant deprived of water, is dying down. For the second day, we are here in Meru County to find out the benefits of this Miraa to the residents here. Let's take a look at how it benefits the economy and the surrounding areas. We are in search of a legendary witch doctor in Meru County, known by the name Kavata. His curriculum vitae includes, among other things, the express protection of the Miraa farms by methods we are keen to see for ourselves. Pretty soon we see this man, Kavata, also the chief witch doctor, but only called upon in special cases.
Mpaka wa leo unafanya hiyo kazi ama uliachia watoto wako?
Nafanya tu kidogo ili kuwalipa na, lakini watoto wanabana sasa.
We have to look for his son, whom he says learnt the craft at the tender age of 12. Before long, we meet the younger Kavata and his disciples. They are ready to conduct the Miraa protecting ritual. Soon after, the elements of the ritual, which include a chicken, are prepared as the others watch.
Kwanza kabisa tunaenda mahali, kuna kiapo tunakula. Ile oath, we take oath, kwa sababu hakuna kazi ambayo ina sheria. Ile kazi yangu iko na sheria. Kwanza kabisa nakufundisha ile sheria ya kazi.